What is up, everybody? Welcome back to 401 News. I know I didn't post one last week because class started last week and I didn't know how class was going to go. Now I know how class is going to go. So most of your 401 News is going to be right here in this car because I have class directly after work. So I doesn't go home. So 401 News will be right here in this car, and it'll probably drop on 401 News will probably shift to either dropping on Monday or it would drop on Saturday. I think more will drop on Monday because more of my audience is on the weekdays than it is the weekends. But anyway, this is a special one. When I say special, nothing special about what I'm about to talk about, but this is a special edition of 401 News. And when I say that, this is just my thoughts on the election, right? So I wanted to get this out. I wanted to wait a little bit to after most of all the hype and stuff dies down, and I want to just get out my thoughts on this election. So first off, I want to thank everybody who voted. That's like the most important thing. If you voted, thank you. If you did not vote, shame on you. And you can't say a word about what's going to happen in the next 4 years. You can't say anything was going to happen in the next 4 years because you should have got out there and voted. I don't care if you are military. I don't care if you're out of the country. There are things in place for you to vote. So if you didn't vote, that's on you. Don't want to hear your little whining excuses why you did not vote. So let's jump into it. For those of y'all who's been living under a break, y'all know the new president-elect is Donald Trump. He beat Kamala Harris. Here is my thoughts. First off, he beat her in damn near every competitive state. He beat her in damn near every competitive state, which is not a good look for the Democrats whatsoever. Then on top of that, the Republicans even flipped they flipped Congress. So now they control Congress and they control the presidency. But we'll get to what's gonna happen eventually in a few minutes. But this is what I'm saying. For people to go out and vote for someone who tells you, who shows you that they're racist, who shows you that they're sexist, who shows you he don't care about anybody but himself and the people that supports him, that should have been enough right there for you to be like, you know what, I'm not gonna vote for this man. But most of you still went and did. And you know the thing that really grinds my gears is that the African Americans who went out and voted for this man when he don't even care about you. What you're caring about, what most African Americans who voted for Donald Trump is caring about is the tax cut that you think you're gonna get because you're rich. You think you're gonna get these tax cuts, and it's not gonna be that big of a deal. Here's the flip side of that, right? You're gonna go, you voted for this man, and you're gonna get all these tax cuts, right? All these tax cuts because you're a rich black person. Or you voted for this man because you didn't want a black woman in the seat. Or should I say, you didn't want a woman in the seat. I'm just gonna call it like it is, because most of you, that's what most of your problems was. Most of your problems was not even with the Democrats, period. Most of these male problems was they did not want a woman in the presidency seat. And then on top of that, they did not want a black woman in the presidency seat. And this is the thing that irks me. You are teaching your kids that same theory that black women should not have the power they have, and they should not be running for these kind of offices, right? And you can look at me sideways all you want to, because it's the truth. Most of you, and I said most of you, most of these black people, or black guys, I would say in particular, most of these black guys in particular, all they do, they want a black woman to be at home, having their kids, and cooking their meals. They don't want a woman to be out there, have a successful career, and make more money than they do. Most men get upset about it. When a woman makes more money than them, they get upset. They get in their feelings. They feel like women are more powerful than them. And it is not even that. And the men are too dumb to understand that it's not even that. Women want the same thing you have. If you think about it, you have women out here doing the same thing you're doing and getting paid the same thing you're getting paid. It's called being equal, more or less. But most of you men most of the men grew up on this mentality that a woman should not make more money than they do because they are the breadwinner. They supposed to take care of home. It's not that kind of lifestyle anymore. Women are not out here having 12, 13, 14 kids and sit at home while the man goes out and make all the money and come home and make all the rules and the woman just abides by them. It's not that kind of life anymore. And that's the mentality that most men went in when it was time to go vote. Because I can't see how a black person can sit up here and vote for a man who tells you, who clearly shows you he's racist. I can't see how any male, black or white, or brown, or whatever you want to call yourself, can vote for a man who do not care about women and their rights. Most of you went out there and voted for Trump just because he's a man. But you should not open your mouth when your daughter gets pregnant and she's high risk and she can't get an abortion. You shouldn't even open your throat. You shouldn't open your mouth to say a word. You did this. This is your fault. This is your responsibility. This man, Trump, lives on hatred. He lives on hate. Just so much hate. So much divide. And y'all went ahead and went and said, you know what? I'm going to go vote for him. Because I love how America is divided. I love how America is how it is. Y'all went and voted for it. So what else can you say now? This man has said he would give immunity to cops. Immunity to cops. That tells me right there that these so-called wannabe cops can go out here, beat anybody up, black or brown, and get away with it. They can go out here and shoot people and say, hey, it was a mistake. And they're going to get away with it. You actually sat there, you went in that voting booth, right? And you like, you know what? I'm going to vote for this convicted felon. You went and said you're going to vote for this convicted felon. And you got people in your family that are felons who cannot get a job and cannot vote. But you want to go out there and vote for one and put him in office. Do you think he's going to care about the other convicted felons who cannot vote or who cannot run for office? Who is stained by just the word of felon because they made a mistake or they made a wrong decision at the wrong time? Y'all should not even, for those y'all who voted for Trump, you should even open your mouth when he takes the military and turn them against the United States. Because he's commander-in-chief, he can do what he wants to do. He's already said he's going to investigate Obama and the Bidens. What in the world did Obama do to you besides run a better race than you did? But y'all went out there and voted for this man. Y'all went out there and said, you know what? This man is going to be the president of the United States because I want him to lead our country. This man said he's going to go out there. He's going to end the war in Ukraine. And you're going to ask yourself, how is he going to do that? He's going to stop giving Ukraine money. Ukraine is going to lose, and Russia's going to take over Ukraine. Donald Trump is going to pull us out of this whole, the treaty we had with all these countries. I can't think of the name of it right now. He's going to pull us out of this treaty. And then Russia is going to go and going to try to take Thailand back. What sit close to Thailand? Ding dong, it's Hawaii. It's all in the PACOM area together. When he takes Thailand, what makes him think Putin ain't gonna take over everything else that comes on his way? These little islands that comes in his way. Oops, I said little islands. But y'all put him in. Y'all said, you know what? I want to vote for Trump. because you are so upset about the economy being bad. But if you rewind time, Trump is the one that set this in place. He set this economy in place because he didn't know how to control COVID, or he didn't know how to put resources in place for COVID. What do you expect a president to do in 4 years? With a Congress who is tied to this man named Trump, who don't want to pass stuff. Then you worry about, oh my God, you know what? I'm so thankful he's gonna shut down the borders. Yes, because I'm tired of these immigrants coming in. I said it before. These immigrants do more for this country than you do. Then you, country bumpkin redneck people, these immigrants do more for this country than you do for your own country. But you want them gone. All right, you want them gone, then you're going to be responsible when all our prices go sky high. Then you're going to be like, oh my God, Trump and this economy, it's just not working anymore. No, you put that there. You forced that there. You forced that there. You can't blame nobody but you. You and you only. But anyway, people, I just had to get that out my chest. Like I said, for those of y'all that voted, goodness, thank God for voting. But then I'm going to leave you with these things because I got to get to class. I'm going to leave you with these things. First off, there is an issue in the African American community. That's first. That needs to be addressed before the next 4 years. And the reason why I said it needs to be addressed, because there was a lot of African Americans who ended up voting for Trump other than Kamala Harris, when you know your track record with Trump already. B, what made Trump so hyped for him to break through the blue wall and outperform her in during their everything? That's stuff that Democrats gotta look at. And the last thing Democrats gotta look at, do you feel that they took too long to swap out Biden and Kamala, or should Biden just stay? That's questions that gotta be asked now. That's questions that has to be asked. And then the last question is, who's gonna run as a Democrat in the next 4 years? Even though I know that's a long time from now, but it's something you have to look at now, something you have to dig into now. So for those y'all that's watching this video right now, let me know down in the comments who you think should run for president in the next 4 years. And then for those of y'all that voted for Trump, I'm not upset with you. I'm not mad at you. It's life, and we're gonna move on. And then every day is gonna be a different day, and we're gonna continue to make great things happen in the world like we always do. But I want to know, what made you vote for Trump? What made you be like, you know what? I'm gonna vote for Trump over Kamala. That's what I want to know. Because those y'all want to know, I voted for Kamala. I am just who I am. I feel that she put us in a better place. I feel that she's a better person. A better person, period. It's not all about garbage. It's about what kind of person are you to make things happen. But anyway, with that being said, like I said, I got 5 minutes before I gotta get to class. But anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure, please, love, encourage, and appreciate dang, I can't get it out right. I love and appreciate each and every last one of y'all. Continue to encourage each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.